Today is June 23rd, 2026, which means this is the start of Prime Days. And between June 23rd and June 26th, there's actually some great deals on detailing products, and that's what we're going to go through today. Whether you're looking to restock your detailing arsenal, pick up some new products to try out and test out, like I'll be doing, we're going to go through all of these deals. I've been spending a ton of time going through, scouring through Amazon, trying to find what's actually good for picking up on Prime Day and what's actually not. All the links will be in the description below. So without further ado, let's dive into the video. Well guys, thanks for joining me here today, and hopefully you guys will find some great products to restock or try out or whatever the case might be here. But honestly, there's some pretty overall good deals here. Definitely a few better than others, of course, as usual. But I want to start off here with one of the best sales, as usual, Adams polishes. And pretty much everything they have is on sale here. So I want to run through some of the highlights of this brand, products I think you guys would definitely like to use. And starting off with a crowd favorite, Adams Wheel and Tire Cleaner. Now, if you've watched this channel before, you'll know I'm not a huge fan of this product for using it every time you wash your car. Now, it does what it is meant to do, but it's a very strong cleaner, very high alkaline cleaner here, but this is 36% off today, $31.99 a gallon. And honestly, if you need some deep cleaning, if you're a mobile detailer, this is a great all-in-one product and is especially great at actually cleaning tires. So honestly, probably worth it for me just to pick it up for tires. Be cautious of this, using it every single time you're washing your car on wheels, especially if you have coated wheels. I guarantee you that coating is not going to last all that long. Moving on here to another favorite of actually mine, and that is Adams Mega Foam here. So 25% off, $52 a gallon. Now this is a great car shampoo that can also work in super high flow pressure washers. This actually recently just received an S tier in my what's the best car shampoo test I did, and yeah, it's a really impressive soap, especially at $52 a gallon. I'm probably going to pick some of this up for myself as well. Now their normal car shampoo, 38% off, so this retails right at $49.99. Today you can pick this up for $30 a gallon. Now personally, I think this is a good bucket soap and a good beginner car shampoo. It's a pH neutral shampoo, great effective cleaning power. It's not the foamiest out there. That's when you're going to get into Mega Foam. It's not amazing on high flow pressure washers, but for those of you out there who have Active 2.0s, Ryobis, Greenworks, this is going to be a completely fine car shampoo for you at home. And honestly, at $30 a gallon, really high quality products, and they're 50 miles away from my door here in Northern Colorado. So that's always awesome to see. Next, moving on here to some protection, and that is their Adams Graphene Advanced, 24% off today, so retailing at $94.99. Honestly, this is a product that's pretty impressive. It's actually on my long-term coating test on one of the rear quarter panels. It's actually performing really well, definitely above average of most of them. Now, this is a little bit more difficult coating to install. Their non-advanced version, a little bit on the easier side. I always recommend getting the most amount of protection, but if you're looking for a ceramic coating, this will be a good project. And this is quite a large bottle, a 50 milliliter bottle. Actually, I think this is 60 milliliters here. So you can definitely get multiple cars out of this. Really, really love that. Their iron removers, also a pretty decent price today. It's not my favorite iron remover on the market, but it does absolutely get the job done. I've went through multiple gallons here at the shop. $50 a gallon for iron remover, honestly pretty good. Most of them retailing, I don't know, somewhere between 65 to 80 or so, depending if, you know, CarPro, Koshkemi, some of the other bigger name brands here. Their Advanced Graphene Spray. Now, very different product. I've used this here. It's not my personal favorite. I know a lot of you actually like this at home. $42, 25% off today. I think that's a pretty darn good deal. Actually, what I really like here is their air cannon dryer. And funny enough, this is actually the same one that's over here on my wall, the Blow car dryer. They're made by the same company, just different colors here. Normal retail, $334. Today, 19% off, $270. If you're looking for a wall-mounted blower, honestly think this is a pretty great deal. Looking through here, I mean, man, all their gallons, their detail spray, always been a good product. Love using it as a drying aid. 34% off here. They do have an Active 2.0 kit. I would not buy this. This is not a good deal. So it's 20% off, but it comes with all the old accessories. They're quite junk. Then you get into some of their bundles here. not something I would love. There is a product though that I'm excited to see on here. This is always one I pick up on Prime Day. That is Adams Graphene glass coating, and this is impressive. Super easy to use. I use it all the time, and really one of the easiest glass coating installs you could ever have. So 32 bucks for that. I think that's a great deal. Over here you can see their normal graphene ceramic coating, 72 bucks. Again, I think most of you at home can figure out how to use their advanced version. It's not that much harder, so I'd probably push you to go for that. And then as you can see, I mean, they've just got deals on deals on deals on deals. Pretty much everywhere you look. You got the Swirl Killer Micro, 199 bucks. So 100 bucks off. That's a pretty good deal there. I played with this in their showroom, and honestly, completely fine little machine if you want to do some smaller polishing. Pretty great for that. Their 9mm dual action, probably not one I would go for there. But again, just really great deals across the board. So definitely check out the Adams line if you guys are looking for something. Actually, this wheel stand is identical to my Poca Premium as well at like a fraction of the cost, 130 bucks. So if you're taking off wheels, you want to coat them, want to clean them, this is a super nice tool to have to just set it on there, be able to rotate it. I use these absolutely all the time. So yeah, Adams, pretty darn good deals here. The more and more you scroll, the better and better the deals get. So off to the next one. All right, guys, moving on now to the Rag Company. And this is a product line that doesn't often go on sale. So anytime you can get money off, replenish some towels, get new drying towels, things like that, always big fan of that. Now they're not super discounted here, so I wouldn't necessarily go rushing, but wanted to point these out and some pretty decent deals you can have. So the Cyclone wash mitts here, these are the ones with the cuffs, not my preferred one. I prefer a wash pad over a wash mitt. I know some of you are opposite. So honestly, pretty darn good deal here. 22 bucks from $30 here. You get two of them. I think that's a great deal. The Gauntlet drying towel is a favorite of many. It's not my personal favorite. I personally would skip that. There's some more cool stuff coming up. The Edgeless 300 towels. So this is a 10-pack of them for $17.80. And these are towels that I use as initial wipe-off towels for ceramic coatings. Absolutely love these. So these are single-use towels for me. These are also great for interiors if you want a little bit more premium towel. I really like these. The 1500 over here, honestly a pretty good deal for the performance of this. I personally don't like this towel all that much because it is heavily red dyed. So if you are washing this, make sure you wash it separately. The dye goes into absolutely everything. It's a phenomenal towel, really phenomenal. I just hate the red color on it. So as long as you're okay washing it by itself, I think you're gonna be good to go there. So we've got more towels here. The biggest notable one here, anytime you can get Liquidators on sale, that's a big yes from me. Liquidators, my favorite towels on the market. Absolutely love these things, and I just have literally cabinets full of them. I have many drying towels here, but I always really go for the Liquidators. You have the smaller Liquidator versions here. Absolutely love these. Just scrolling on, you can see some more here. Not all of these I actually use from the Rag Company. There's some pretty good ones. The Creatures over here are actually pretty darn nice, especially if you're applying some sealant, stuff like that, a little bit more plush. Really like these. So pretty darn good deal for a 10-pack there as well. Absolutely. This is also a great tool to have if you have air at home. This is an amazing blower to actually blow out your interiors, carpets, whatever it is. I've got a couple of these at the shop. Really like those. The Edgeless 450s, these are fantastic towels, and I have actually switched from the Eagle Edgeless 500s to the 450s just recently, so I'm definitely going to pick up some more of these. They're not super on sale, of course, like many of the Rag Company stuff here, but they are pretty nice. The Liquidator M22, similar to the 1500, a little bit more plush. It's in more of a square shape. I do like this towel. You can absolutely dry an entire vehicle with this. I personally prefer a rectangular towel, but always good to have those on sale here. More and more Rag Company stuff. This is actually one I've been looking at and gonna pick up. This is the Air Blaster Mini, so it's a little bit easier form factor, blowing out pads, things like that. Absolutely awesome. Wolf packs over here, ultra safe sponges. Again, some of these aren't crazy deals, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend like running out to Prime Day and get them, but if you need to restock, it's always nice to save a little bit of money on towels. So Rag Company, definitely check all their stuff out. Ooh, Ooh, another one here, Citrus Twist. I absolutely love these towels. They are not quite as good as their FTWs, but they are less price here. So I really actually like these for removing compounds, polishes, things like that. They actually work absolutely fantastic. So Rag Company, pretty decent deals. Not crazy though. All right, next one here, we move into McKillans. McKillans honestly has been super impressive. Everything that I've used from them, their hoses, their quick connect sets. My dad actually uses these at home. I'm always impressed. And yes, they are definitely more expensive. So on Prime Day deal, when you can get them a little bit less, always a big fan of that. Now this 3/8 quick disconnect 50-foot hose would be definitely something I'd be looking at if you want to replace your hose here. So normal retails $89.99, 90 bucks. You can get it for 72 bucks. I think this is something I would go for if you're looking for a fantastic, I'm talking about some of the best quick disconnect set. This is what I would go for. My dad just got this, absolutely loves it. He was so tired of getting cheap brass fittings from Lowe's and them failing after a year. And I finally got him a set of these and he was super pumped with this. Their short gun, I would kind of skip that. Their foam cannon, I'd skip that. We're going to talk about some pretty awesome deals on pressure washer guns and foam cannons coming up. So definitely check out McKillans. Haven't tried any of their towels here, but definitely if you're looking for hoses, quick disconnects, would definitely check out McKillans. All right, next we move into a very exciting area that I know a lot of people love to switch out pressure washer guns all the time. And there's some pretty awesome deals here. So this is the Zebra Clean gun. I personally don't love this gun. I know a lot of you do from the comments, which is why I'm specifically pointing this out, because this retails $52.99, Prime Day deal, 42 bucks. And that is pretty darn impressive. Stainless steel quick disconnects on it, nickel plated brass internals on it. It is clear. That's my biggest negative with it. But overall, for a lot of you looking for a very high quality pressure washer gun at not a crazy amount of money, you absolutely love these. Also, we'll give a shout out to Cars with Keeve because I know he's pushed a lot of you guys to purchase these because I hear it in my comments all the time. Scrolling down here, this is actually a pressure washer gun I want to try out because it just looks funky. Like literally the trigger looks upside down. I think I'm going to purchase this and make a review with it. Probably will be too late for you guys to pick up, but looks pretty interesting. And they say very ergonomic here. I don't know. Astro AI, pretty mid stuff there, to be honest. Oh, this is also something we missed from McKillans. 10 bucks off if you want a Lance full stainless steel there. Nice handhold on it. I'm a big fan of that, so that'd definitely be something I'd look at. Now, coming down here is why I specifically wanted to show you a couple things. This is another Cars with Keeve favorite. I have personally not tried this, but if you are looking for it, $69.99, currently on sale for $53. Where I think is an even better deal. Let's keep scrolling. Let's keep scrolling. This bad boy here, the Tutu Luck. Hilarious name on this. Now, this is one of the best guns for the cheapest amount of money out there, bar none. This is very similar to a lot of other pressure washer guns. They're all manufactured by the same, branded differently, slightly different grips and all that stuff on them. But this one does have fully brass internals, stainless steel quick disconnects on it. But the cool thing here, $31.99. Now it's not a crazy savings from 40 bucks, but if you're looking for a great pressure washer gun with an unreal swivel on it, this is what you're going to want to go for there. So definitely some interesting pressure washer guns you can pick up here. I'll leave those linked in the description. Now, moving on to foam cannons, I searched through this and I was really hoping to see some of the higher end foam cannons come a little bit down on price for Prime Day. The Griot's Boss foam cannons, the Armor Detail Supply ones, the MJJCs. We're not seeing a lot of those, but for those of you looking for very entry-level foam cannons, there's actually some pretty decent deals here. Now, I've actually tested this Astro AI one. It's fine. I wouldn't like write home about it. I would probably skip this one. There is this one that looks very similar to a Rain Kovo for $15.99. I mean, that's just an insane deal. You can actually see the real Rain Kovo down here. It's not a huge sale right now, so normal retails 33 bucks. It's on sale for 26. Always, you know, if you're looking for another foam cannon, this is one of my favorite cheap ones out there, the Rain Kovo. It honestly works amazing on high flow pressure washers, has a really nice wide mouth on it. The only issue I have with it, yeah, it's brass, it's a little cheap, and it has a threaded bottle on it. But honestly, it's a pretty great foam cannon. Love that it has a clear bottle on it as well. Here's some other Rain Kovo ones also. If you like the full clear version, not my thing per se, but 19 bucks. Now again, it's not crazy on sale, but if you are looking for a foam cannon, want to save a couple of bucks, there you go. So searching through these, like I said, more on the cheaper end style of stuff. This is just plain MJJC knockoff here for 15 bucks, and it looks pretty much identical, probably manufactured in the same place. All right guys, moving on to another brand that I have actually used quite a bit of their stuff over quite an extended period of time, and that is P&S. Now, they are known for having very inexpensive products, especially in gallon size. I mean, you get a ton of bang for your buck. We do have Prime Day sales here. No, they are not crazy, but if you want to restock these, it's a great time to do it. Save even more money off already pretty darn cheap prices here. So I would personally completely and absolutely skip the Pearl Auto Shampoo. Terrible shampoo in my impression, but their Express Interior Cleaner is honestly pretty darn amazing. Now, this is a product I used for many, many years since I switched to Koch Chemie Polestar. I haven't been using this as much recently, but all of my friends have this product. They purchased a gallon because it's so cheap to do so. Instead of, you can see, you purchase 16 ounces over here, 14 bucks, or you get an entire gallon for 25 bucks over here. And Express Interior Cleaner, very, very strong cleaner, very heavily dilutable. My only negative with it is you do have to wipe it down with a damp towel, but overall, it's still a product I have in my cabinets. I'll use it from time to time, so definitely a phenomenal deal there, even though it's just a couple of bucks off. P&S Bead Maker is a paint sealant I've used for many, many years. Some folks say that they have issues with it kind of having quite a bit of static. I have personally never had that issue. I actually really, really love P&S Bead Maker. I am getting low on a gallon, so I might actually pick this one up for Prime Day. This is actually another wheel cleaner here. Where is the gallon? We got to have the Brake Buster gallon. It's got to be in here somewhere. There's no way they are only selling this. Really? Let's click into this. Let's see if they're selling the gallon here. Nope. Okay. Well, I would tell you to buy some Brake Buster if you do like that product, but it doesn't seem like they have it in a gallon, and this is not a very good value. Anytime you purchase P&S products, never purchase the 16 ounce, just get the gallon size. It's like very, very little money to actually bump up to a gallon. So yeah, just a couple there that I would probably look at is Express Interior Cleaner and P&S Bead Maker. All right, so I did find a pretty darn good deal on wheel brushes here. This is actually one of my favorite. This is the Easy Detail Brush. Phenomenal for getting into barrels. They also make a smaller version of this. The only problem with these, they are very expensive for people starting out. Over here from Suds Lab, pretty much the exact same thing. And you can see the larger version over here, $13.59, for the smaller version, $9.49. That is a smoking deal, and for sure, I think you should definitely pick these up for wheels. These are just genuinely some of the best brushes for getting in the barrels. They go around very small areas. Yes, they look quite large, but that single metal core in the middle that is wrapped with rubber, so it's not going to scratch up your wheels. Everything deforms down to that, so you can get into really, really tight nooks and crannies, and absolutely love these. So these Suds Lab ones, I would 1000% pick these up on Prime Day deal. All right, so this is not a car detailing product, but I did want to show you guys this because this is the Fantic mobile tire inflator, and this is actually something that I purchased from Costco, I believe, for each and every one of my cars. So we've got 3 cars. I put one of these in every single car. They're normally quite expensive, so normal retail on these 90 bucks, and today 34% off, 60 bucks on these. So they charge USB Type-C, come with everything you need. You can pump up balls with these, really use them for tires just in case, you know, you're on a road trip, you're out and about, you notice your tire's low, you're nowhere near a tire inflator gas station situation. These are always great to have. They actually keep their battery life. I've had these things for like 3 or 4 years at this point. Absolutely love them, and this is the newer version of it, so big fan of that. With that, I think we'll kind of wrap up this video. And again, not huge amounts of deals, but if you're looking to restock some stuff, try out some new things, there is literally thousands of products out there. Most of these, I tried to show you guys products that I would actually recommend and actually use, not just like everything on the planet here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. All the links will be in the description below. Happy Prime Days, and hopefully you guys get some good deals on some detailing products. We'll see you in the next one soon. Bye-bye.